Good day everyone and welcome back to the channel. My name is Franco Allo and this channel is all about knife knowledge, reviews, unboxings, and head-to-heads. Today we venture once more into material you don't often see on this channel, sharpening and polishing. This time using a very attractive Japanese natural stone, the Tsushima Japanese natural stone to be exact. Now, I am honored to have so many great knives in my collection and so many great knives with fantastic edge retention that I don't need to sharpen often. However, when I received this Japanese natural stone from Bonsai Boys Trading for review and feedback, as they haven't yet marketed the stone on their website, it arrived at roughly the same time that I thought my Koutetsu 150mm R2 Petty could go for a touch-up. So, given the properties of this particular Japanese natural stone, a splash and go by the way, the only way I like to rock it, I knew it would come in handy as my finishing stone. This is the Tsushima Ocean variety by the way, not to get confused with the mountain variety, which is coarser in grit, brown, and has holes in the surface. Back to the Koutetsu. I decided to put a 1K edge on my petty first using my Sharpening Glass 1K and then progress to this stone. About the stone. The name of the stone quite literally describes where it is from. The stone was mined from the Asakusa Bay, near Nagasaki off of, you guessed it, Tsushima Island. For the size of the stone, as you'll see shortly, it is quite affordable for a Japanese natural stone. It is often called Tsushima Nagura, and at this point some of you might comment, well, Frankie, then it isn't a whetstone. Incorrect. The meaning of a Nagura is to correct, so to speak, so a correcting stone can mean a lot of things. My Atoma 140, for instance, can be called a Nagura for flattening my stones. Similarly, Nagura here in the bench stone version means correcting the edge of my knife, so don't get too hung up on the terminology. Japanese kitchen knives is a deep rabbit hole on its own. J-Nats is on a whole new level, and sometimes the people I've spoken to are quite close-minded. Their stones improperly labeled, that come from different mines, not as advertised. The largest issue with a Japanese natural stone is the fact that it's natural. So how consistent is one stone to the next? Do your research, have some fun while sharpening, and don't spend hundreds on stones until you have an idea of what you are looking for. The box it arrived in was nice. Textured, including the Tsushima kanji and name in English stamped onto the box. Keep in mind, if you order this product from Bonsai Boys Trading, presentation may not be identical as I've made some comments on the stamp placement for instance. Once you remove the lid, you'll finally notice how dark of a stone it is. Once again, in this case, same branding as on the box, but on the top right instead. It is a very decent sized stone as well, unlikely that I'll ever fully use it. As most of these stones can be fragile, all 5 facets are sealed with cashew lacquer to prevent cracking and ensure longevity. It is a rather hard stone, best used for pre-polish or finishing polish. Grit estimated to be anywhere between 4 to 6K. So, what were my initial thoughts on the stone after using it for the first time? Let me share those now and we'll end the video with the actual stone progression on my Koutetsu. Initially I was by how pitch black the stone became once properly loaded with water. Speaking of loading, the stone didn't seem to create much slurry by itself, nor did I help it in this particular case because I wanted to see how the stone reacted over time in one sitting. It is a super hard and glassy feeling stone. I enjoyed the feedback, felt super consistent. I definitely wouldn't use the stone unless the knife had a proper 1 to 3K edge on it. I would recommend it as a medium to high grit stone, closer to medium. Pretty nice mirror polish and result. As I mentioned earlier, at this thickness, it should last a really long time. Next time, I'd like to use a handheld Nagura to create some slurry and see how that may affect the end result and the journey. I also found it didn't cut extremely fast, but overall was really impressed with it. As usual, my feelings can change depending on how much a stone like this might cost. It is ideal for super polished edges, definitely not suitable for a Kasumi finish as way too hard. One other small observation, I was impressed that the Tsushima stamp didn't wash away after its first use. So that's it. Hope you enjoyed this video. Let's get into the actual footage of the stone in use, and if you are interested in this product, feel free to reach out to Bonsai Boys Trading on their Instagram or through their website. Otherwise, all I can say is, happy sharpening. Really enjoying the feedback. It feels very glassy. It feels very smooth. It feels very hard. It feels very consistent.